So why don't we go ahead and call to order at 5:05 this evening. First order of business is Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States
of
of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. We'll move right on to item C, which is public comment. So we'll see if there's anybody who has joined us that would want to speak virtually.
I think we are all set.
We are all set. All right. So we'll move right on to minutes. So could I have a motion to approve the July 16th, 2025 minutes?
So moved.
Motion.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, motion passes. We'll move on to correspondence received between 7/15/2025 and 8/18/2025. There was nothing included in our agenda packets, but always share the reminder that people can certainly still reach us in our contact form, which is in the homepage of our website. Questions, comments, thoughts, anybody wants to share with us, they can still continue to do that. We'll move right on to reports. F1, nothing specific for the chair report this evening. F2, I don't know if we have anybody for town council.
No, we don't.
Yeah, I mean, like that's true. Well, that's okay. We'll move right on to Board of Education liaison report. I don't think we have that either, do we?
I can just
Oh,
say,
Kathy. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you are.
Hi. We welcome back our teachers today, and we had convocation and professional development. Tomorrow, our staff members return. And on Monday, we start school, and we're so excited about that. And just so everyone knows, we love our central office. It's wonderful, and we hope to have all of you visit or have a meeting there, whatever everyone thinks is best, but we would love to have you all there to see the final products.
Yeah, I think that would be great, Kathy, for us to do that. Maybe we can still do it when it's nice out. We can do a full site review and everything at that point too, which would be really nice, I think, to kind of see everything come together.
Yes.
Excellent. All right. Any questions for Kathy on anything? All right, we'll move right on to 1928 Building Committee Liaison Report. Chris, anything specific for us?
Nothing specific other than we remain very pleased with the ongoing progress of the project. And this month is largely involving continuing work on the cupola, and windows are coming in, being placed in. So we meet next Tuesday, so I'll have more to report on that, but everything's going well.
Yeah, it's fun to see the progress, Chris.
Yeah.
As you're driving by or whatever, now you can really see the work being done. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Any questions for Chris on 1928? All right, we'll move to project management contingency report. Do we have Russ?
We lose him? No, he's here.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time with my list, being able to see who's here and who's not.
Sorry, I fell asleep.
Did we wait too long to start the meeting? Yes. Is that what it was?
I gotta get my 6 shots of espresso from Kat today. Nothing crazy. You can see we're going down a little bit. We're still plugging away on our PCOs. Our contingency's still doing very good, however, and same with the construction contingency. We're still processing change orders. And that, by the looks of it, it's probably gonna take a few more months to get everything completed and caught up. The bleachers are completed. They're finishing up a retaining wall in the back. To get that done, to get our sidewalk done. They're finishing up site work. Tennis court lights are going in on Friday. I don't want to steal Jess's thunder. But we're still moving along. So we're still in pretty good shape based on our dollars.
You're doing a great job. Keep going.
We're gonna reduce the pay app by 50%.
No, we're not.
Anything that we need to consider for what's remaining in contingency?
Nothing crazy. I think we're still doing pretty well. Jess, maybe, I don't think there's anything really large still out there. The only thing left is the parking, the ADA parking stalls.
Right.
That would be the largest one we got to figure out. That's going to go along the west entrance. Just waiting to connect with the fire marshal to get a final approval on that, and we'll get those going. But no, I think nothing really large.
No, nothing large. Bunch of little ones.
All right, great. Any questions for Russ on anything? Obviously, we'll go through change orders in a little bit here, but anything for Russ? No? All right, we'll move right to architect report.
So TSKP, this was last week, TSKP along with Arcadis, we conducted punch list of the grandstands and the press box. And we also went back to the central office to review the completed punch list items for the central office and the field house spaces. That's all. Any questions?
No, sounds like we're good. All right, thanks, Archana. We'll move to construction manager report.
I have nothing more to offer Russ said at all.
You see, he did steal your thunder.
He did.
That's what happened.
Oh, the greenhouse is going up. That's the only
Oh.
thing you missed. Yes. So
All
that
right,
should be
excellent.
done by Friday.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions on anything remaining there? No? All right, so why don't we go to owner's rep, move management, Chris?
As Arjana said, the central office area has been back punched and the bleachers have been punched out. As well as in the high school, I did some back punching. A few items remain, but we're pretty close.
Okay, any questions for Chris? All right, nothing to report for communications subcommittee at this time. Financial subcommittee report. Don't think we'll probably, the only other thing that was different than what we're going to discuss today is the additional IES invoice. I don't know, Kat, if you would just want to give us a quick update on that.
So at the finance subcommittee, we had 2 invoices for IES. One is on the agenda under central office that you'll see. The other one said it was for additional services. Russ had reached out to IES to get some clarity on what those additional services are. We've requested a proposal so that the committee can review and approve that before work is completed, and we would then pay for it later. But we want to make sure the committee reviews whatever that additional scope is and is all on the same page. So that should be on for the next meeting.
Anything else specific coming out of financial subcommittee that we need to discuss? I don't think so, right?
I don't
Okay.
think so.
The change orders.
Yep. Financial report, anything, Kat? Any changes?
We have one update over the past month. It was just our annual website hosting fee. This will probably be the last one just to get us through the completion of the project, but that was $276. So still in
Okay.
good shape for this committee account.
And you're promising me this is the last one, right?
I mean, I don't think we're going to keep the website while the building committee will keep whatever we need to for archiving and freedom of information requirements. We may,
Yep.
I'm working with IT to look at our options. We may consolidate under the town, or we have some software that we're able to archive social media and other different like accounts that we have. So it might fall under that as well, but the town would absorb it after the committee is completed.
All right, great. All right, thank you for that. So then we'll move right on then to invoices and change orders. So for item G1, could I have a motion to approve the following invoice package for Farmington High School as presented?
So moved.
A second.
Second.
All right, we'll open this up for discussion.
All right, so the first invoice for the FHS project is TSKP Studios invoice 11,265. That looks like it's for work related to the vestibule and handicap parking. So again, $11,265. Next is the project manager. This is Russ's invoices for work performed in July. That's in the amount of $4,707.52. The next invoice is Arcadis for the high school portion, $2,430 for work performed through the end of July. And then we have a few change orders. Russ.
Sorry. All the change orders went through the decision-making group. We reviewed them at the financial subcommittee meeting. So PCO 228, this is additional hardware for door replacement for the stair and shop doors. These were changes that we made after school was open to better reflect the security that was needed throughout after school was closed. School ended, make sure that everything was secure for $20,073. Change order 264. This is to provide power for the AV racks in the theater areas. They were not included in the original design documents, but obviously needed to run the AV for $4,185. This is for PCO 265 for temporary heat under the GMP allowance for $2,997, and it's paid for out of the CM contingency. And PCO 267, this is for brake metal enclosure at the security nook for $1,012. There was a section at the corner, and there was created a gap. There wasn't a real detail for it in the drawings, and this basically insulates and closes up that gap. Just keep the hot and cold air in it from coming in and out at the security office. I think that's it for this month.
Yep, that is everything for high school. Any questions? Anybody need any additional detail? No? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? All right, motion passes. Item G2, can I have a motion to approve the following invoice package for central office as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we'll open this one up for discussion.
All right, so the first invoice on here is O&G's pay app in the amount of $1,050,821.31, reviewed by the architect, and we went over at the finance subcommittee meeting. Jess, I don't know if there's anything to add to that. Doesn't look like it. I'm getting a no. Okay.
No, nothing.
Then we have Arcadis. The central office portion of their invoice is in the amount of $2,457.30 for work performed through the end of July. The next invoice is IMTL. This is, again, our materials testing for central office work in the amount of $670. It's been verified by O&G and recommended for payment. And then IES, this invoice is for central office. This is the one that we mentioned was reviewed at the finance subcommittee meeting. This is in the amount of $780. And again, we're reviewing a second invoice they submitted for additional services, which would be on the next agenda. Then I think that's all that we have for central office.
All right, any questions on those? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. So we'll move right on to G3. So this is to discuss and take action on the attached quote from Interscape to be purchased under state contract 16PSX0190 and 15PSX0041. And you want this as a motion, Kat? Yes?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
All right. Second, we'll open it up for discussion.
All right, so I'll start us off, and then I would ask Susan from TSKP to join us tonight to answer any questions from the committee. But it looks like we have a quote for central office furniture, but I don't believe the committee has ever had the opportunity to review or discuss furniture in the central office. This is in the field house specifically. So the quote came to my attention this week. I wanted to get it to the committee because it's my understanding that these prices increase at the end of the month. But we do need to review with the committee the furniture and the program for the furniture and all of that. At this time, we are not sure if it would be eligible for reimbursement. It was not included in our FF&E packages to the state for the FHS project and for the central office furniture. We will be reaching out to the Bob Selmer, who's working on our project for the state, to verify if it is eligible. So we've been working back and forth with Arcadis to help us guide us through that process, and TSKP, so that we can have all that information. It looks like the total is just over $4,000. But again, we always want to make sure we're maximizing our reimbursement. So Susan, I don't know if you want to give the committee just like a general overview of this furniture, where it's going, what is it, and then we can open it up for questions.
This is just like there's a coach's area where they just have some desks and chairs and some storage units for their clothing and equipment and things. We had this shown in our plans, but because it was part of the high school, we didn't review it with the central office furniture. I was just talking to Michael about this earlier today, and he made a really good point. He's like, how is it any different from when, you move in and you realize, oh, we needed to order a couple more chairs or something like that. It's sort of your typical change order. We need to add a little furniture onto the project kind of a thing. While we didn't actually physically review it, I don't see any reason why it won't be reimbursable. I think if you reach out to Bob and you explain, as long as it's being used by the school for school functionality, it's not something like, I know that Arcadis had mentioned something in one of the emails that went back and forth about it being open to events, but this is really mainly just for the coaches' use. So I don't see any reason it shouldn't be considered reimbursable. I'm happy to answer any questions if anyone has any.
Anybody have any questions on this one?
I just had a quick question. If it's not reimbursed, do we have plans of where we would be able to provide the funds for this furniture?
It would be coming out of owner's contingency. And if we remember, the field house portion is associated with the high school project. So it
Mhm.
would be out of our owner's contingency for the high school.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
So Kat, what we should have done is it should have been part of our FF&E discussion when we were doing the high school review.
Right,
Is
and
when
I
we
think
should have seen it.
part of it is the timing. I mean, if you
Yeah.
remember, we bid the high school in probably late 2023, early 2024. It's been a year, so maybe it got a little lost in the shuffle between
Yep.
the high school and all of that. So,
Yeah.
it's hard when this small portion of the project a year later is associated with the high school.
Mhm.
All right. Anybody have any thoughts or additional questions on kind of the use? What this is being, as far as what it's being used for, or any of the contents here? So Kat, what would be our next steps now based
I
on
think if the
moving forward?
committee's comfortable moving forward, we are intending to purchase off of state contracts. So it's a relatively straightforward exchange. They would authorize it tonight. We would do a PO, give it to Interscape, and they would be able to deliver the furniture. And then in the meantime, we would work with the state to see if it's eligible for reimbursement. The committee could choose to wait to get that, but again, I think Susan was explaining that prices do increase soon. So, there's that factor as well. So it's a little bit of a risk potentially that we may not be fully eligible. Again, it is $4,000. So it's whatever the committee how they would like to proceed.
Anybody have any questions or concerns with us proceeding forward? We're basically balancing out, might not be reimbursable, but there's a cost increase at the end of the month. So are we all okay?
Aye.
I'm okay with it.
I'm good.
Okay. All right. So this would be then we're then all in favor of moving forward with next steps as described by Kat, I think is really what we're voting on, right?
I vote aye.
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 Opposed? Okay. All right. Motion passes for next steps to proceed. All right. That leaves us with other business. The only thing I can think of, Kat, is do we want to consider the next meeting and whether we cancel?
Yeah, I think what's our schedule? Our next meeting, the first Wednesday, would be September 3rd. I'll look to our professional partners, but I don't think we would need to have that unless there's something pressing that we would need to move forward with. And then if not, we would then meet on the September 17th.
I'm gonna have a lot of change orders coming through.
For the 17th or in the,
For the
I mean, that's
17th.
quick. You would have to get all of them within the next week, in
Right.
order to have a
There's-
meeting on the 3rd. So the
There's a
17th
lot
is what you would be aiming for.
as soon as possible. That's what I'm aiming for.
So do you want us to meet on the 3rd if you can have them?
I would like it if we could, and it wouldn't
Okay.
put anybody out, honestly.
Okay.
So we'll keep the meeting on the 3rd. Jess, we'll work
Yes.
offline just because we'll talk about timeframes of when we would need everything in order to get an agenda out.
Okay, there's a bunch in the workflow right now, so.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So
Thank
yeah,
you.
I mean, I think it does all of us. It benefits all of us to get these things moving and close everything out.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate it.
Sean,
Thank you.
have you signed off on the ones that are in there? Archana?
I think you sent something new today, Jess, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, and there's a change to that PR 107. So I issued a new revised PR. So I think just you have to terminate that and resend it. I think those are the two ones that's remaining. That's what I remember.
So whatever she's got in there, she said there's a lot in the queue. Have you reviewed them and signed off on them? I didn't go in the past couple days into A-Connect.
Right now, I showed 10 in your court, Russ,
Okay, that have been signed off on or not?
that are ready for you to sign.
Okay, all righty.
And then in Archoness Court, I have 4 that are advanced copies.
Okay, I'll work on it tomorrow. Yeah.
But that's not the end of them. Like I still have probably another half dozen ready to go now.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
Yep. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
we're good. It's all virtual. Everybody, we're virtual anyway, so everybody keep that third meeting on their calendar. And let us know if, I know we're coming right off a holiday there. So depending on people's vacation schedules, if you could just let Kat or Devin know if you're not going to make it, that's good for us to know ahead of time as well.
Please,
Just
with
an
some
FYI.
notice so we don't start calling everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead, Johnny.
Yeah, just an FYI, I just looked at the schedule and it's showing it as a canceled event on the within the Outlook invite. So
Okay.
it's fine. I'll leave it in there. But I'll make a special note because when I see canceled, I don't plan for it.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe we can make that update. I wonder maybe if we did a cancellation that kind of cascaded through repeating event or something.
Yeah, I have it on my calendar as both canceled and existing. It might have been that one got through and it got canceled and it got posted again.
Yeah, exactly.
I think this one might be my fault. I emailed Devin. I was going through my schedule and something happened. I messed up. So I think you guys might have gotten that from me, like an actual vet and then a canceled vet. I'm so sorry. I
was
did email
curious
Devin
why you
about
were
it though,
adding
right
or
away.
subtracting meetings, Wendy. I just thought maybe you were fed up and just
I was
canceling
just trying
everything.
to find my
You're like, I'm
calendar for
done.
the year.
So Wendy's event is canceled. Our event is still going on.
Right. I'm so sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right, Wendy. Oh my gosh, please don't worry about it.
Kat and Meg,
Um,
do you know
yeah.
which then will we have a finance subcommittee this Friday or the 29th then?
It's a good
We
question.
should-
I was thinking the same thing.
We'll send a poll just because it's a short turnaround. Like we can send a couple dates and times
Okay.
before the third, if that works for everybody,
Yeah.
just so we can try to have that meeting before. But we
Yeah.
also, we'll have to talk to Jess first to see when we can wrap everything up and make sure we have an
Yes.
agenda ready. So
Okay.
we'll send something out to the finance subcommittee to
Okay.
have a subcommittee meeting before
We'll do that
September
before.
3rd.
Yep, good. Thanks.
We would probably, I think, Michael, 29th. If we're going to stick with the similar thing, the 29th with that Friday, the 29th, right?
That would work.
Yeah, if that works.
I might have to have it earlier. Like if we could even do like 8:30, because I've got
Yeah.
Killing
Yeah.
me, Michael. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, sorry. or even 8, but it doesn't matter to me. I just have something that starts at about 9:30 that morning that I can't miss. If you need an extra person.
We can probably make it earlier. I'll arrange some things.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what we're anticipating. We're thinking Friday morning, the 29th, 8:30
And then the 3rd.
for us to be able to kind of walk through especially if there's a bunch of them, it'll be good for us to be able to get a preview.
Yeah, let's plan on that for the finance subcommittee and then the full
Okay.
committee 9/3 at 5 p.m.
Okay. Okay. All right, that works. All right, so we don't have any additional motion at all. We're gonna stop it there. Anything else we need to cover?
Just a quick question. Do you think that we'd have that meeting on the 3rd at the new central offices? I know you mentioned that at the beginning of the meeting. It doesn't have to be that meeting, could be another one.
Maybe we do this 17th, give them a little bit of a
Yeah, we have
Breaking in period.
it's breaking in and school starting.
Yeah, that's just the 3rd is a challenging meeting for Dan and me. So the 2nd meeting in September would probably work well.
The meeting in the 17th, maybe, Kathy, makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's all right. But maybe we can consider that. I think that's a good idea. All right. Any last thoughts? Anybody need anything else? Additional questions? Nope. All right. So could I have a motion to adjourn, please?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. We will adjourn at 5:36 this evening. Appreciate it, everybody. Thank you very much for the time.
You.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.